As we launched the search, I felt it was going to be critically important for everyone that could become involved that we have a high level of discretion and integrity in the process. While I understand that that can create curiosity and speculation, and a lot of emails, as Dr. Schrum mentioned, we were able to do just that. I thank Deputy AD and Men's Basketball Sport Administrator Reed Sigmund for his counsel and support, and Katie Youngstout with Turnkey ZRG for her assistance. As we began the search, I was primarily looking for three things, wrapped up in what Dr. Schrum described as well. Number one, someone that had head coaching experience, had sat in that chair and made those decisions, built rosters, and hired a staff. Number two, someone who had had success as a head coach. And number three, and Dr. Schrum mentioned a lot of things that are involved in this, is just a good fit for OSU and Cowboy basketball. We found all of those things in Steve Lutz. As we visited with Steve, and as I talked to many others about him, I heard strong common themes. Very hard worker, builds strong relationships with his players, relentless recruiter, very hard worker, and yes, I said that twice on purpose. Great respect from and well-liked by other coaches, well-connected around the country, especially in Texas, and a good basketball coach. In fact, no one had anything negative to say about him. When we talked about and looked at his path to this point, you saw a coach who, again, was not afraid to work. He had paid his dues. He had coached at every level of college basketball and had worked with some of the best coaches in the game, including Greg McDermott at Creighton and Matt Painter at Purdue. All of this hard work paid off and resulted in his first opportunity as the head coach of an NCAA program at Texas A&M Corpus Christi, where he immediately went about the work of turning it around. Prior to his arrival, A&M Corpus Christi had 4 straight losing seasons, including going 5-19 the year before. In his first season, his team won 23 games, the conference tournament championship, and earned an NCAA tournament appearance. He followed the first season with 24 wins in his second season, finishing first in the conference and winning the conference tournament title, returning to the NCAA tournament and winning the first tournament game in school history. He then did the same thing at Western Kentucky. Prior to his arrival, the Hilltoppers were 17-16 overall and 8-12 in conference play. In his only year there, his team was 22-12 overall, finished third in the conference, was the conference tournament champion for the first time since joining Conference USA in 2014, and earned a berth in the NCAA tournament for the first time since 2013. But it wasn't just his experience as an assistant coach or his success as a head coach, but the kind of person he is, genuine, straightforward. In our conversations, he talked about his family, his wife Shannon, and daughters Caroline and McKenna, and son Jackson, and how they are, why he does what he does, and how he's able to do it. We are pleased to be able to have Shannon, McKenna, and Jackson here with us, and I'll let Steve tell you more about them and also why Caroline is unable to be here today. She's where we all want to be. I'll let him talk about that. But in addition to his family, he also talked about his parents and his siblings growing up in Texas. He talked about his mentors and everyone that has helped him get to this point. And it was a familiar story of family, hard work, patience, sacrifice, and perseverance that is common with so many of the success stories I hear from OSU alumni and fans. It was all of these things together that convinced me that we had found the right guy for the job, the next coach of Cowboy basketball.